Hi, hello, and I am Let's Player, kind of. I don't do this as much as I used to, so I don't know how qualified I am to say that anymore. But I'm doing this now. Hi, welcome to a new series for Assassin's Creed 2. I will try and be brief, but my intros are notoriously long, so feel free to skip ahead. But this is a bit of a surprise for me as well. I've had the itch to play through Ezio's story again, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, because they were such good games and the stories were so meaningful to me. And I recently took a trip to Europe, Rome and Paris in particular, and seeing the sights and all that started making me think about this, and one thing led to another, and so I'm playing through these games again. I don't know how far I'll get. I will play until I don't play anymore. But if you're seeing this on YouTube, it means that I have done a fair bit of at least this game. Otherwise, I won't, put it up, because why get people's hopes up? Yeah, so a couple things to point out real quickly. I am skipping Assassin's Creed 1. It was something I debated because Auditore's story is important, especially the Ezio story towards the end. But I don't think I can go through that game again. It has its moments, to be sure, and the setting is... I love me some Crusades. That was my jam back in college. I literally did focus a lot on Christian and Muslim interactions during the medieval ages, i.e. the Crusades, 1 through, I think, 11. So I have a lot of knowledge there, and the setting for the first Assassin's Creed is fantastic. But the game itself, it's fun sometimes. But my gosh, it's been well known that Ubisoft treated that as an MVP, which means in the business world, minimum viable product, meaning how little can we get away with and still ship a game, which Assassin's Creed is a perfect example of. The missions are all very samey. You go to a city, you do a couple side missions that are all the same, and then you assassinate a target and get a speech. I just don't know if I can put myself through another 15 hours of that. So I'm going to skip that one. If you really, really want to, I have a Let's Play of the first Assassin's Creed, and I'll put a link to it in the description. Just be aware, it was one of the first Let's Plays I ever did, so the quality is lacking. That was like over 10 years ago. I know, right? We're going to start with Assassin's Creed 2, but there's a couple of things I want to point out from the very get-go. This Let's Play will be a little slower, because I want to focus on the historical accuracy of it. I was a historian in college. I do love me some history, and one of the things I love about the Assassin's Creed is it's all the greatest hits of what I love. The Crusades, the Italian Renaissance, the Caribbean and Black Flag. Oh gosh, I took whole courses on pirates. So it's like they played all my heartstrings. But the Italian Renaissance is fantastic and interesting and wonderful, and I want to focus on that. So I'll be talking about it a lot during the game. And I also want to take the time to go over the database, to go over the locations, and to also go over what Ubisoft has stayed faithful to historically and what they've changed historically, which I will not be judging them for. This is a game, it's a fictional story, and they need to change things to tell the story. But I will at least point out what they have remained faithful to and what they have changed. So if that's not your cup of tea, this might not be the Let's Play for you, but if you like history or want to know more about the settings of this world, then stick around and I will tell you. I'm not a savant. I don't have all of this in my head. I have quite a bit in my head, but the fun part about a Let's Play is that it's all recorded previously. So there'll be times where I'll be like, I wonder if that person's real, and then I will stop, and then I will go research it, and then I will come back and tell you. But to you guys, it'll be a matter of a second. So please do not think that I am some fountain of knowledge. I do have a lot of knowledge, and there's a lot of stuff that I just know. But a lot of the stuff I will look up and research because I'm not an encyclopedia. So just keep all that in mind if you want to watch this. Also, I'll be doing a couple of rules for myself to make this more interesting. I will have the HUD mostly off, meaning life bars and menus and all that will mostly be off to help show the beauty of the game. I will have the minimap on simply for convenience purposes. I need to be able to tell where to go, but I think that's the only thing I'm going to have on. Also, I am going to play Ezio as at least towards the middle and, you know, excluding the beginning, if I remember the story correctly. I want to play him as a benevolent assassin, meaning that I'm going to be killing very few people. Now, I'll be fighting tons of people, but I like to fight with my fists because the game actually makes an effort to show that if you fight someone and knock someone out with your fists, that they're still alive. You can see that they're still alive. And I want Ezio to save his blades for the people who truly deserve it. So it'll be rare when he pulls out his sword, I think. That may change in time. Obviously, a game is meant to be fun, and if I'm not having fun, I'll change it. But I like the concept of that. So many guards and things in Assassin's Creed you kill for no other reason than they were in the wrong place at the wrong time doing their job. I don't want to kill those people. I want to focus on only killing Templars and enemies and people that he feels would be necessary. Like, if you die, I want this to be, if Ezio kills you, you done deserved it. So most guards and all that I'll be fighting with my fisticuffs, which should add a level of challenge to this game. We'll see how it goes. But yes, yeah, okay, let's just get started, shall we? I've been rambling enough. Let's do this. It's been over 9 years since I've played this game last, so I'm very excited. Okay, here we go. I did obviously start up to test all the graphics and settings and all that, but I didn't even get to the first Animus section. Well, that's not true. I'll let you know. Anyway, it's not blind. You should all know I played this game like 9 years ago, so... I have a Let's Play of it, actually, on my old channel. But why watch that one when you can just watch this one?
My name is Desmond Miles. I'm a prisoner of war. A war I never knew existed. Waged by two groups I never thought were real. Templars and Assassins. The Animus showed me the truth. The things I've seen, the things I've been. 1,000 years of history flowing through my veins, brought to life by this machine. They're using me to search for something. Call it the Apple. It's an artifact, one of many so-called pieces of Eden. Templars collect them. It's how they stay in power. And if the Templars get their hands on another one, everything will change. They want to make us all their slaves. When they first brought me here, I was afraid of what would happen if I tried to fight back. Now? Now I'm afraid of what will happen if I don't. But I can't do it alone. And maybe I don't have to. I met someone. Her name is Lucy. I think she's on my side. She's gone now. She's taken away by that bastard Warren Vidic and his Templar masters. I don't know what will happen to her, or what'll happen to me. All I know is I need to get out of here, and I need to do it soon. My name is Desmond Miles, and this is my story.
Okay, well, that was a brief summary of the first Assassin's Creed, where Desmond Miles was kidnapped and forced to relive the life of Auditore, his ancient assassin. I am, as much as I love the stories of these games, especially Ezio's story, I'm very disappointed by the modern story of this game, which is Desmond Miles and all the Lucy and the others. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed it through 2 and Brotherhood. And I guess kind of through Revelations, even though Revelations, we'll get there, doesn't have much of an outside story. But Assassin's Creed 3 just really killed the modern story for me. I don't know what their purpose was or where they were going. I don't think they had any direction. So it's all kind of a lead up that I was excited for to a payoff that was just ugh. But anyway, let's play through it for what it is, because at least in the Ezio saga, the Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, I enjoy the modern aspects of it. So Desmond was captured. He was put here, forced to relive the memories of Auditore, his ancestor back in the Crusades, the 1100s. I think 1191 was the period of the Third Crusade. I don't remember dates that well, but anyways, during the Third Crusade. And this is left by Subject 16. It was unlocked by doing all the things in the first game. There's a lot of stuff here that doesn't make sense. You have some Japanese writing. I think that's Chinese writing right there. It's definitely not Korean. What do we got here? We are all books containing thousands of pages, and within each of them lies an irreparable truth. Okay. I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. I don't know if irreparable... can't... irreparable. I forget what that means, but I think it means you can't repair it. Okay. Within Emperor... What? Can't even read that. What? Something within Emperor something sin and. Alright, whatever. I cannot read this. Something hunger lies the answers. Okay. I've entered the abyss and never returned. Well, that sucks for you. Okay. Yeah, let's get going.
We have to go.
Lucy, where have you been? Why did they...
Now!
You know, for a game that was made in 2009 or 10, I forget, it's aged well. Shush, I'm talking. It's aged well. Now, keep in mind, I'm playing this at 1440p with all the highest graphics and all that, but this is still the same game that was made in 2009. This isn't like a remastered version. I know they released a remastered version on the consoles, but this is on PC. But still, it looks nice.
Hurry, we need to move.
Okay, fine.
Get in.
What's with the blood? Are you okay?
Look, we have maybe 10 minutes, maybe, before they figure out what I've done. If we're not out of here and on the road before then...
Wait, we're leaving?
Desmond, I promise I'll answer all of your questions later. But right now, I need you to just shut up and do what I say. So please, get in the Animus.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I don't take orders well. I'm an assassin. I'm all about freedom. Freedom! Okay, sorry. I'm getting the Animus. This is not going to be one of those kind of Let's Plays. It will, actually. What am I talking about? So the Animus forces him to live the lives of his ancestors, who were all assassins. Well, not all, but like, we don't focus on the adventures of Tim the farmer, one of my favorite ancestors of Desmond Miles. He farmed. He was good at it. He made good carrots. No one cares about Tim.
Spingi! Spingi! Di nuovo! Sì, sì, brava! It is a boy.
Oh, my love. Mi dispiace. I was at the bank when they told me. Did I miss it? Am I too late? Give him here.
Giovanni.
Shh, my love. It will be all right. Tu sei un auditore. Sei un combattente. Perciò, combatti.
So I just had this image of like he then throws him into a gladiator pit. Fight. Sorry, it's just amusing to me. No one else. By the way, I'm using a controller. I always use a controller for the Assassin's Creed games. They are much easier for me than keyboard and mouse.
Listen to him. A fine set of lungs.
And what shall we call him, my love?
Ezio. Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
Get up. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna need a second.
There isn't time, Desmond. We have to leave.
One thing I really enjoy about the Ezio trilogy is it takes you through his entire life, from the moment he's born to the moment he dies. Well, if
Come
you
on,
watch
Desmond.
there's
Really
like
getting out of here, huh?
there's like a short
Abstergo's got some fucked up interior decorators.
animated movie you have to watch, but if you watch it, you get to experience his entire life from the birth to his death,
Stay
which is
close.
cool.
Hey! You're not supposed to be up here! Open this door!
I'm calling it in. We have a breach in the research wing. I repeat, there's been a breach in the research
Over
wing.
here, Desmond.
Requesting
Swamps.
backup from all...
Fancy. Hey, these...
There they are! Don't let them get away!
Nice.
Holy shit!
Good thing they don't have guns. Because that's not a thing that modern guards carry.
What about the cameras?
I rigged them to loop old footage. How do you think I managed to hide all your nighttime snooping from Abstergo?
You're good.
So I've been told. But they're on to us now. We need to hurry.
Okay.
Careful. We need to get to that elevator on the other side of the room. Follow my lead, but keep an eye out for security. I'd rather avoid a fight.
You know, I say that I'm disappointed in the modern story, but to be fair, I have not played any of the games after Black Flag. I kind of just lost interest in the Assassin's
Is that an
Creed
Animus?
story. So I don't know if it picked back up, because I know Black Flag hinted at a continuation of sorts, some of the old characters
Stay with
returning. But I don't know if Unity or Syndicate carry it on with it. Maybe someone could tell me if it gets better. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh! I bet you... I'm not sure. I've never played Origins or Odyssey either.
How many of them are there?
I wonder if they just
Stay with
completely abandon the modern story in those and just go straight old school. I honestly don't know.
Animus is... Animai. What do you think, Lucy? Lucy?
Maybe someone
I
can
can
tell me in the
handle
comments. Someone in the comments, tell me. Do they even continue the modern story in Unity, Syndicate, Origins, and Odyssey? Like, is it
What do
still
they
a
need
thing,
with all
or did they just give up on it? Because Black Flag had it, kind of. You were just some random faceless person that would work at Abstergo and use the Animus, and Sean and Rebecca, I think is her name, were there, which are two characters I really like.
Fuck. I thought this card would work. It must be on a separate system, and I don't have the code.
Wait. Shit. Come on.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
Let's go. It's always something.
What was that in the Animus? Subject 16? Ezio, Audi something?
I think we've been wrong all along. That's why we need to get out of here. Vidic and the Templars, they're only part of the problem.
What do you mean?
I'll explain when we get there.
Get where?
Time to fight! Oh, hi. Can I counter? I would like to counter. How do I counter? I forget how to counter. Oh, I can't counter. I can't even block. Oh, wait. Wait. I can lock on. I can't counter. Alright, fine. Can I grab? Aha! I can, ouch. I can grab. Ha ha ha! Nice. So, you know, not quite on Lucy's level yet.
Get in.
You're joking.
It's for your own protection.
Oh, man.
We're almost there.
Yay! I've never ridden in a trunk. I imagine it's not comfy.
Thanks for that. It was great. Getting shoved in the trunk, bouncing around. Loved
This
it.
way.
So, gonna tell me what's going on now?
There was a reason for the escape, Desmond.
Figures.
We need your help.
For what? Another treasure hunt through time?
Abstergo's gonna replace their Apple of Eden. The map your ancestor found guarantees it. The other assassins, they'll do what they can, where they can, but
What? What is it?
we're losing this war, Desmond. The Templars are too powerful, and every day, more of us die.
I still don't see how I fit into things.
We're going to train you. Turn you into one of us.
What? No. No, you've seen me in action. I'm no good at this, and even if I was, it would take months. Years even.
No, not with the Animus. Not with the bleeding effect.
But I'm just one guy.
Sometimes, that's all you need.
So that's why you found him. My ancestor. What was his name? Ezio?
If you can follow in his footsteps, you'll learn everything he did, just like he did. Years of training, absorbed in a matter of days.
You broke me out of Abstergo and brought me here just to make me an assassin?
Look, there's more to it than that, but it'll have to wait. Trust me, okay?
All right, I'm in. Tell me what you need.
Really? You're sure?
I thought you'd be happy about this.
Sorry, I'm just a little surprised. I spent the whole ride over here figuring out how I was gonna convince you to do this.
Save it. After what those Templar bastards put me through, I'm ready, willing, and able.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Lucy! You made it! God, it's been so long. 7 years, can you believe it?
Indeed. Welcome back. Ah, so this must be the infamous Subject 17. Desmond Miles, was it?
Who are you?
I'm sorry, where are my manners? I'm Sean Hastings. This is Rebecca Crane.
Nice to meet you, Desmond.
Right, well, it's been lovely chatting, but if you don't mind, Desmond, it's best we get straight to work. Time is precious. Doubly so these days.
We've got everything set up and ready, Lucy. Just say the word and we'll get going.
Here, I brought you something. A parting gift from Abstergo.
Whoa! The memory core! This is amazing. With their data, things are gonna go a lot faster. I'll get to work on merging the code.
Okay. Yeah, I was right. Rebecca is her name. Like, it looks a lot more comfortable in the Animus, at least.
Hey, Desmond. What's up?
Just wondering what your role is in all this.
I take care of Baby. It's my job to keep her up and running.
Baby? You mean the Animus?
Actually, I prefer Animus 2.0, since Baby's twice as awesome as anything you'll find at Abstergo. The Templars might have deeper pockets than us, but they've got no ambition, no passion, no competitive edge. That's why Even with all their resources, anything they can do, I can do better. Faster, too. Anyway, take a seat when you're ready, and we can get started. I just need to make a few more adjustments.
You know, that ambition, that passion, and that competitive edge also means there's more bugs. You know, that's why they call it a beta. You realize that's my brain going in there, right? That's cool. That's fine. I'm sure it'll be totally okay.
What's all this stuff for?
This stuff, Desmond. Oh, this stuff is nothing special, really, this stuff. It's just the stuff that keeps our entire operation from falling apart, really. It requires a great deal of concentration to keep it all moving, so you'll forgive me if I don't have time to play meet and greet.
Sean's in charge of maintaining our knowledge archives. It's like a digital library. He'll be riding shotgun with me while you're in the Animus. So if you come across anything of note, people, places, events, etc., he'll create database entries you can consult for additional information.
Yeah, it's not just databases, though. I also provide tactical support for the other assassins. You know, Desmond, the ones who are out there, actually doing stuff, risking their lives, little things like that.
You're just a ball of sunshine, aren't you? I bet he makes friends easily. Oh, let's see if we can figure out where we are from the architecture. Definitely Europe somewhere. There's no place in America that looks like this. Not that I can think of. Certainly not Texas. Probably somewhere Europe-ish. Possibly.
Hey, listen. I just wanted to say thank you. And that I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, you know, before. Everything at Abstergo. It was just... I wasn't ready.
It's okay.
No. Going through all that. Knowing that the Templars still exist, what they're planning.
What's done is done, Desmond. You're here now, and that's what matters.
Okay. I will be exiting the Animus on a regular basis to talk to him. Because like I said, I do enjoy the modern story for this trilogy, so I will be exploring it again. Who knows? Maybe my thoughts will change. Though I honestly don't know if I'll ever be playing Assassin's Creed 3 again. That game has not aged well with me. The American Revolution's a great time in history. I really enjoy it. But the main character is just not that interesting. The story was forgettable. And the modern part of it left a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't know if I'll ever play that again. Might do Black Flag. Black Flag's a really good game. Not only is it a good game, it's a great story. I don't know about the others. Maybe one day.
So how does this work? Of course.
Deep breath.
Ah! Oh, what are you, a tiny child?
Sean!
Well...
Well, I was. A few minutes ago, I was a tiny child. Kicking my arms, fighting for life. What exactly does... is that like a IV? Did she stick an IV in me? What possible benefit does intravenous access give me when it comes to the Animus? The Animus somehow needs to get in my bloodstream? I don't know. Maybe they're just doping him up on heroin. That's all the Animus is. The Republic of Florence. 1476. Florence! One of the most important cities in history.
Insieme per la vittoria! Insieme! Silenzio, my friends! Silenzio! Grazie. Do you know what brings us here tonight? Honor.
Viere de Pazzi slanders my family's name and forces his own miseries upon us. If we...
Enough of your nonsense, Grullo!
Buonasera, Viere. We were just talking about you. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought the Pazzi hired others to do their dirty work.
It's your family that cries for guards when there's trouble, Cotardo. Afraid to handle things yourself?
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Uccidetelo!
Look at the arc. Beautiful. How does that cut the right side of his face when it hit him on the left side? Okay. Veri de Pazzi. So, Veri de Pazzi I don't think is a real person, but the Pazzis are incredibly real. And we'll get into more on them later, but they are a real family that is important in history for reasons that I'll get to. I will say Auditore, Ezio Auditore, and all the Auditore family are completely fictional, made up. There's no record of them in history as far as I can find, or their villa, their house, which makes sense, right? Hello. Oh, can I? Oh, okay. Can I? How do I counter? How do I? Just like that. There we go. Ha ha ha. Oh. Whoa. Come on. There we go. Throw. Ow. Are you still up? Didn't I crush your throat? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Non c'è la fire.
Hey, where you going? Okay, so that's dodging. Okay. So I'm getting used to controls again. I'm gonna have to get good at this game if I'm only gonna use my fists. And keep in mind my statement of only killing certain people.
Behind you!
Federico! What are you doing here?
I wanted to see if baby brother had finally learned how to fight.
And?
You have style. But endurance is what counts. Let's see how many of them you can ruin before they get the best of you.
That's not a good influence. You're not a good influence on your brother.
I've been appointed as nearly quarter hour.
Oh.
Any last words for your wife?
Oh.
Get off me!
What was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. There are times in the game where it forces you to kill someone. So those, obviously, we won't count against us. I don't remember the specifics, because it's been forever. But, there's times where you must kill someone.
What? We've almost won this.
Your lip.
Just a scratch.
Let the doctor decide.
It's not necessary. Besides, I've no money for this doctor of yours.
Wasted it on women and wine, huh?
I'd hardly call it wasted. Lend me some florins then. Or have you done the same?
Search them. There's bound to be something in their pockets.
Irresponsibility's fun. Not caring about money is fun. Let's laugh about it. As you notice, my HUD is limited. Actually, I should turn on my minimap. I would love to have a complete, because you can turn everything off. See, like, you can turn the whole HUD off and have just a beautiful game. But the problem with that is I don't really need my health, because if my health starts getting really low, the game will tell you. Everything will start blinking red and you know you're almost dead. I don't need the controls because, you know, I remember those. Updates I need because I need to know what the status of things. Weapons I don't need. SSI is fine. It's, that's what, I believe is your social status indicator, which is like, you know, how wanted are you? Well, I'll be able to tell how wanted I am by how many people are trying to kill me. Money, I can just open up my map to see how much money I have or how much money I looted off of someone. This is the important one. Mini-map. I will need the mini-map because I need to be able to see where I need to go. And in theory, you can open up the main map, but is it really less immersion breaking for me to open up a giant map every 10 seconds to know where I'm going? I don't think so. So we'll be keeping the mini-map on. Also, one thing I want to try and do is I want to try and synchronize with the game. And what that means is, like, there's certain ways that Ezio did things. What I mean by that is, when you assassinate a target, you can assassinate them any way you want to. However, there is a correct way, a way that Ezio Auditore did it. And I want to try and do them all that way. I want to try and go through the game the way Ezio did. Does that make sense? So, like, for example, there might be someone where Ezio assassinated them from within a group of monks. Like, he hid in a group of monks and then jumped out and stabbed them. Now, you don't have to do that. You can kill him any way you want. But I want to try and do it the way that the game thought he did. Just because I think it'll be more fun, add more variety. We'll see, though. I can't promise that. So this is what we'll look like. We'll have a little mini-map down at the bottom, which kind of sucks a little, but, you know, it's still much prettier than that, having the health and the weapons and all that money and stuff. This we can survive with. Also, I do not promise to record or show the recording of the whole game. Many of the viewpoints I'll probably do off camera, as well as the tombs, which are like jump puzzles.
Va bene. That should be enough.
And climb
Let's get
puzzles.
out of here before the guards arrive.
Mainly because no, I want to finish looting all these people. I'll probably do those on my own time. Just when it's relaxing, I'll throw on a, you know, Deep Space Nine or something on the background and go hit all the viewpoints. I just don't see a reason to record it all. I'd have to just fill it up with conversation and yeah. I might. I'll do a lot of the viewpoints. I'm just saying I don't promise to record every aspect of this game. The story I will, and but yeah, just leaving myself loopholes. All right. How much money do we have? 425 Florence. See, I can find this out by going here. The problem with the map is that I can turn off the mini map, right? But every 10 seconds I'll have to do this and go to here and then take a look at where I am and then go, oh, okay, I need to go this way, and then I'll get over there and I'll do it again. It's more immersion breaking than having this little thing here, I think. Access database. Wait, how do I access the database? Oh. Well, let's just go here. Let's take a look at these guys. Sure. Like I said, I'm probably going to read all of these, so... date of birth, 1459. Profession, student and noble. In a diary entry from 1474, Maria Auditore, one of the greatest Florentine chroniclers and Ezio's mother, describes her son as competitive, stubborn, and loudmouthed, but so passionate that it is impossible to fault him for anything. Complaints to the city guard by several noble partitions seem to suggest he was also something of a womanizer. Tutored by the great banker Giovanni Tornabuoni. I am going to butcher these names. My apologies in advance. Ezio's school records cease around the age of 17, at which point his name is connected with some terrible crime. I wonder what that'll be. It is impossible to discern what it could be from the records. There's very little here, but afterwards Ezio drops out of history entirely as if he never existed. In truth, he didn't. He's fictional, but you know, I get what they're going for. His brother, born 56. 1959. So born 3 years before Ezio. Ezio's older brother and the eldest Auditore, Federico, entered the Medici Bank as a clerk when he was 19. However, the bank logs indicate he mostly dicked around rather than actually working. By the way, these data entries are written by Sean, so they're not textbook style. One entry goes into detail on September 17th, 1475, which would have been a year ago, I think. A bag of gold florins went missing. After panic struck the bank, the elder Auditore approached Francesco Sati and with a smile revealed the location of the bag, which had been hidden on the rooftop. If he weren't the son of Giovanni Auditore, I'd speak to Lorenzo de Medici and have him put in the stocks. Unsurprisingly, Federico was removed from the bank's payroll shortly after his 20th birthday. Alright, lot there. Giovanni Auditore is their father. Obviously, he's fictional. There was a small movie that's like 30 minutes long of live action. It's kind of cool. It's like a prologue to this. It's worth watching. I forget what it's called, but you can find it. Maybe I'll find it and put it in the description if I remember. It's kind of cool because it uses all the actors they use in that movie. They face captured in the game, so they look the same in the game as they do in the movie, with the exception of Ezio, because Ezio didn't have a real life counterpart actor, so they couldn't do that. But everyone else, it's really well done. Lorenzo de Medici, or Lorenzo the Magnificent, is definitely a true character in history, and we'll be speaking much more on him later. Ponte Vecchio. This famous bridge spans the Arno at its narrowest point. The original version was presumably constructed by the Romans, but the first written records only appear in 996. Two previous incarnations of the bridge were swept away in floods before the present structure was built in 1345. A tower was built at the southeast corner to defend it. The bridge consists of 3 segmental arches. It has always had shops lining the passageway, a feature which seems extraordinary, but now was common during the Renaissance. Alright. At first, butchers took up residence there, but over time they were pushed out by jewelers. You know, I might not read all the architectural things. So the thing is, I don't know a lot about architecture. Like, I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, the San Giovanni district. Of course I know all about that. I don't know all about that. Cities in general, I know. I know the history of Florence, and I'll go over it. But, I mean, like, I don't know this bridge or that church, or I might skip a lot of those. San Giovanni was named after St. John the Baptist, a patron saint of Florence. It is the oldest area of the city and the center of administration, encompassing the Palazzo de Signora. If big churches are your thing, head to Santa Maria del Fiore in the northern edge. It's the one with the gigantic dome. Now, interesting thing to note, that church, Santa Maria del Fiore, is real. And the tower is real. I'll talk about it when I climb it, but I know it's real because I've seen a painting or a drawing, a painting of Florence back in the 1400s, and it has the church and the tower, and they're fairly accurate, which is kind of cool. Yeah. So, like I said, this is going to be one of those kind of Let's Plays. Hello. Oh.
Hurry, Ezio. The sooner we're done with the doctor, the sooner we can sleep.
Okay. So I do know about Rome. Good lord. Florence. Florence was originally founded by Julius Caesar. You may have heard of him. He's somewhat important in history. In like 50 something BC is when he started the outpost. Well, that's not technically true. There was a city here before Julius Caesar founded it, but it was destroyed like 30 years earlier, so like 80 BC, something like that. And then Julius Caesar founded a second one, and that grew into Florence, which again, I don't remember all the names, and I'm just going off of what I'm remembering. It was originally named something similar, because it was between two rivers, but then it was changed to Florenza, which means flowering, something like that. Again, details sketchy.
Come, don't be shy.
Ben trovato, Doctor.
Fratelli Auditore, why am I not surprised? You've made quite a mess of yourself, young man.
It's nothing, really.
You must help him. That pretty face is his only asset.
Fuck it.
There we are. Now get out of here.
Grazie.
This way.
Alright, how do I... Oh, there we go. Okay, I press that button. Doctors! This is Rebecca. The doctor should be able to heal you if you pay him. Diagrams of the human body and the printing press influenced Renaissance medicine greatly, which had in turn been influenced by Arabic. Okay, you know what? I am going to shut those noises off. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. Friends trying to contact me and stuff. How dare they? How dare they? Where was I? I got sidetracked. A lot. I stopped recording like 40 minutes ago. Alright, diagrams of the human body and the printing press influenced Renaissance medicine greatly, which had in turn been influenced by Arabic medicine during the Middle Ages. Good! That's good! Because, I'll be honest with you guys, Christian influence in medicine back then was... It wasn't good. It was not good. The Arabic societies had a much better handle on medicine. By the 15th century, science had already begun its slow climb towards becoming more relevant and then spirituality in the field of healthcare. However, many people stubbornly cling to old ways, visiting local mystics instead of doctors, of course. After the plague ravaged Europe in 1350, many doctors dressed in special plague gear to treat patients. To prevent contamination, they wore a cape coated in wax and a primitive gas mask the shape of a beak. So they would, historically, they would pack the beak with herbs to reduce the smell. And to be fair, even though they didn't really understand why, this helped a lot. Covering yourself in coats coated with wax and gas masks helped a lot to keep them safe from the dangers of disease, especially when disease generally requires you to get coughed on or breathe specific things. Anyway, it was good. It was good form for them. Well done. All right.
Quite a night.
Indeed. I only wish they were all as much fun. Oh, wait. They are.
That's not going to
We
change.
should head home, Ezio. Father's sure to be wondering where we've gone.
Yes. I'd rather avoid a lecture.
Up for a little race, then?
To where?
Roof of that church.
Okay. Fair enough.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Pardon me. Excuse me. Coming through.
Every brother still has much to learn.
Talking about.
I almost feel bad about this. Oh, no shame in failure, brother.
Where are you? Who even is he? Oh my God! What were you doing? What? Come on, you can do it. There's a good boy. Oh, you almost there. You haven't. Oh.
Come on, then. This way.
Where are you going?
What was that?
You'll see.
Why did my brother think that that was at all an advisable course to take? Oh boy. Oh, the music in this game. I forgot how good it is. It's so good.
It is a good life we lead, brother.
The best. They never change.
And may it never change us.
Yep. Well, words of prophecy right there. I'm sure they'll come out. Just as you intend. Such
All
good
right.
music.
Enough of that. We really should head home. Let's go.
Wait.
What? Ezio, let Christina sleep.
There will be time enough for that. Later.
Ah.
Oh, Ezio. Getting a nightcap. So let's synchronize. I know that these viewpoint things got overplayed, especially by Ubisoft, but this was back when they were still fairly new. I never minded them that much. $73. Holy crap. I forgot there were that many viewpoints.
Keep looking! He couldn't have gotten far!
Did you push him? Don't push your boss. That's not nice. Hello. That looks important. Isn't that Mary and probably Jesus? Probably. Most paintings in the Renaissance were that way. I wish there was a way to make this mini-map smaller. But that's fine. We'll deal. We shall deal with it. Oh, actually, I just have to go right here.
Christina! Christina!
Who's there?
Me!
Oh, Ezio. I should have known.
May I come in?
Fine, but only for a minute.
A minute is all I need.
Indeed.
Well, wait. That came out wrong.
Ha! Nice. Shh. I'm listening. To the wall.
Come here.
Oh, Ezio.
Oh, I think I hit the wrong button? Oh well. Oh, I missed the button. Oh well. Whoops.
Christina! Christina! Svelia! Your tutor will be here soon. Come, my daughter. Is it really so terrible that... Figlio d'un cane! What is this?
Perdonate, messere! Chiedo venia!
I'll kill you!
No, that's not necessary.
Guards! Guards! Voglio la sua testa! No!
Wait,
There's really no need for violence.
Whoa. Killing is a bit of an overreaction, I think. Murder is not what's called
confused
for.
with someone else.
Okay, that's not
She
gonna help.
needed some help with some things.
Uh-huh.
I'm mostly innocent.
Mostly. Shh. We'll just stay here until all our problems go away. So, I'm curious. Database. Recent entries. Christina Vespucci. Like I said, I'll probably skip a lot of the places. I'm curious about her. Christina Vespucci was a well-known Florentine beauty and a favorite of painters, most notably Botticelli, who used her as a model for several of his paintings. Records kept by her father's guards indicate Ezio visited her frequently, and that he was unbelievably dexterous, as the guards were never able to catch him trespassing. In addition to her looks, Christina also seems to have been somewhat responsible for jump-starting the career of her cousin, the namesake of the rather famous landmass. At a dinner party attended by Christina and among other illustrious guests, Lorenzo de' Medici, she was reputed to have been in conversation with Lorenzo and Manfredo Soggiorni about her cousin's brilliance as a sailor. Well, apparently she exaggerated his importance slightly to impress Lorenzo, and Lorenzo, charmed by her beauty, agreed to hire him. Try Amerigo out. I bet after several years you'll name your shipping company after him, she's reported to have joked. Ha 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 ha. I'm curious if she really was real. Give me a second. Okay, yes and no. Christina Vespucci did not exist. She is a fictional character. However, a fictional character that is supposedly based upon Simonetta Vespucci. And is fairly similar in a lot of regards. Simonetta, I'm sure I'm butchering the name, was considered one of the greatest beauties of northern Italy. She married into the Vespucci family. And actually was cousin to, well, you know, once she married, to Amerigo. And, she really did model for many paintings, like Botticelli and all that. So, fictional, but based on a real life person. That's cool. Sweet. Doctors are now available for healing. And races are unlocked. I forget if races do anything. So, I am, strange in that I will ignore things like races and collectibles if they don't have any real value. And by real value, I mean, do they contain any sort of narrative value? Or give me cool items, something like that. If it's just achievements and awards, I could not care less. If it's items, it completely depends upon the item. If it's narrative, I will go to hell and back. Like the Riddler trophies in the Batman Arkham series. My gosh, I've never finished Arkham Knight. I gotta go back and get all the trophies for Arkham Knight, but Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, I've gotten every single one of those trophies because and only because it adds like 30 seconds of story. So I'll have to go and see if... oh, hello. You want more fight?
You think you can escape?
Well, okay then.
What you deserve, bastardo!
Come on!
Shame!
You all want some? That's what I thought. They started it. I'll have to go look and see if the races or the collectibles do anything narratively. Otherwise, I'll probably ignore most of them.
Good morning, Father.
Come with me.
Something wrong?
Do you think me blind and deaf, son? I know all about your fight with Vieri di Pazzi last night. And then this little visit to Christina. Your behavior is unacceptable. It reminds me of myself when I was your age. I assume these misadventures won't interfere with your work today.
No, Padre. Avete la mia parola.
I've prepared some documents here for Lorenzo di Medici to review. I need them delivered to him.
With haste, Father.
Return to me when it's done.
Wow, aren't you a good dad? You should really not be encouraging that kind of behavior, but whatever. He is an assassin. His priorities are probably skewed. Hello. What does this letter say?
Magnifico Lorenzo di Medici, mio protettore e amico. I have done as requested and completed my investigation into the Milano incident. I can confirm for you that it extends far beyond dissatisfaction with Duca Galeazzo Sforza's rule. It is my belief that other parties, desirous of far greater gains, manipulated events in such a way as to achieve their goals without being revealed themselves. Lampugnani, Olgiati, and Visconti are guilty of the crime, to be sure. And they have met fitting ends for their betrayal. but several other noble families are implicated as well, our own Francesco de Pazzi among them. Their cause and motive is not yet clear to me, but initial findings indicate a plan, the scope of which is sure to disturb you. Best we continue this conversation in person, as I am hesitant to put my suspicion to paper. Reply with a place and time, and I will meet you there. I have also ordered Francesco be held by the Gonfaloniere until we can clear up this matter. Yours in confidence, Giovanni.
Alright, so, in the movie little prologue thing, the Duke of Milan was assassinated by the Templars. This is just Giovanni looking into it, saying that the Pazzi, Francesco de Pazzi, was among the conspirators. Which Francesco de Pazzi is a real person in history. And again, I'm holding off details because I don't want to give away too much, but they are involved in a plot in Florence that is involved in the game.